All right, Studio Sweat on demand. Fix your hair, fix your hair. Olga, fix your hair. Olga's straight out of spin class. So we got the Olganator with us this morning, ladies and gentlemen. Very exciting news. We did announce TRX classes are coming to Studio Sweat.
I couldn't be more excited.
I can tell. Could you be more monotone about it?
I couldn't be more excited.
I am super excited. So you guys make sure that you look up TRX training. It's core suspension training. Olga, isn't it awesome?
I love TRX. I do TRX with all my clients. I absolutely love it. Suspension training is the best thing ever happened in the fitness industry, I think. It's 2 ropes, weight 2 pounds, and you can take them anywhere and you can do whatever.
So excited. So
It's going to be the best thing that happens to me.
Really? That's great. I won't tell your husband that.
Maybe you'll get in shape.
I know, right? Ouch! I might get in shape. Oh my God.
Sorry, just joking, just kidding.
It's the perfect addition to what we have here at Studio Sweat, though. I'm super excited. Hey, I'm going to give a shout out to Matt Shore from Charlottesville, Virginia.
Yeah, Matt!
He just started with Studio Sweat On Demand.
Oh, awesome.
He's lost 13 pounds in a month.
Nice. That's perfect. Yeah, that's about a good rate.
It's good for a guy.
Yeah.
And he's a big guy.
It's a good
Is
rate.
he that one guy who said, "This is my first class and I'm not going to be a big guy anymore"?
Oh, yes. No, I'm not going to take that call. Yeah, so Matt, congratulations. That's perfect weight loss.
Good job.
We're talking about 2 pounds a week. And he did it right. He didn't just crash diet. He didn't fad diet. He's watching what he eats, and he's exercising with Studio Sweat On Demand. Nice job, Matt.
Good job,
Well done.
Matt.
Round of applause. Good job, Matt. Oh, and here's what he said. I just wanted to say thanks for a great first month of 2013. With your wonderful motivation, I have lost 13 pounds this month, and I'm getting smaller every day.
That's awesome.
So awesome. Nice job, Matt. Okay, super excited about that. So your trainer tip is do what Matt's doing. That's your trainer tip. Just kidding. All right, Olga is going to talk to you about heart rates, heart rate zones.
Yeah, my trainer tip is when you come to spin class, try to bring a heart rate monitor because it's very important to know where your heart rate is. Instead of trying to guess how hard you're working, instead of trying to guess if you're working too hard or too easy, or maybe you're overworking and you think you're out of breath, but then you look in your heart monitor and your heart rate is not there, you definitely should invest money in the heart monitor and just, there's a different zones you should be working on, depends on your goal. If your goal is to lose weight, you probably should be working in aerobic zone, which is about 75 to 80% of your maximum heart rate. If your goal is to become a better athlete, you should probably working a little bit more into your race, your anaerobic zone, where your maximum heart rate, you get your heart rate to 80 to 90% of your maximum heart rate. So all those things you need to know and try to incorporate into your spinning classes or whatever cardio you do. You can take it into the running or swimming. So I'm definitely encourage you, come to my class, bring your heart rate monitor. I will teach you how to use the heart rate monitor. I will teach you what zones are there, how to figure out what's your maximum heart rate, how to figure out what's your resting heart rate, and how to implement this in the cardio workout. So I think you really benefit from this.
It's key. It really is key, and it's so motivational.
Yeah, definitely. Those numbers will not lie. You look in your numbers and you'll know if you're in the zone where you should be, or you just think you're a little bit out of breath and you're working way too hard. You look down and you're like, oh, I can work a little harder because my heart rate is not there yet. So
right, getting out of your comfort zone. I think people don't really know where those zones are necessarily. And so anyway, super important, like she was saying. And if you just a note, if you're going into that anaerobic zone, don't stay there very long. So what she's talking about is spiking, doing intervals, tapping into your anaerobic zone. And then one of the most important things that gets missed in anaerobic training or interval training is recovery time. You need to make sure that you've been that you're recovered before you go back into another interval, right?
And to add to that is another way to know how fit you are is how quickly you can recover. You should be able to drop your heart rate down in 1 minute or 2 minutes, and if it takes you longer to back to the normal breathing, you probably need to work a little bit more on your aerobic zone before you get to an aerobic zone, because you need to work on your oxygen capacity and your aerobic capacity.
And knowing your own bodies is really key there too. So sometimes when I am doing interval training in my classes, you guys, I'll say you come back in when you're ready, because we are working with different fitness levels. You need to know if you're recovered. Even if your trainer calls or your instructor calls, time to go back in. If you don't feel like you're recovered enough to go back and spike that heart rate up again, just wait, and then when you're ready, hop back in, okay? I mean, I'm not saying disrupt the class or anything like that, but you could at least go into an endurance zone when you're ready.
And that's a lot of the times when we tell you, like, take 30 seconds after a sprint, recover, get that air in. That's when we want you to focus on bringing your heart rates down.
Yep.
So. And that's where you get to know your numbers. You focus on your numbers, not anybody else's levels.
Right.
You're thinking about your numbers, where your age, your fitness level is, and
Yep. And if you don't have that heart rate monitor, you can use the rate of perceived exertion, which is the scale of 1 to 10. How hard am I working? 1 all day long. 10, I say in the coffin, vomiting at a minimum. But it's not going to be as accurate. It's subjective. It's not objective. So
it's that whole perceived word.
It is.
And the heart rate monitors are not expensive. You know, you can go to Walmart and get them anywhere from $20 to $300. So
and
basic ones are cheap.
So I don't use them all the time in class, but I know my body very well. I know when I'm in different zones and stuff like that. But still, the heart rate monitor still will keep me in check. So it's a good idea. Let's talk about Studio Sweat On. Thanks, Olga.
Yay.
Thanks right here, though. Olganator. Let's talk about Studio Sweat On Demand releases that are coming out this week.
This week we have got Rebecca's Spin Sculpt coming out this Sunday, and she is just insane.
She's a beast.
Her classes are awesome. You got to do them.
Yes, I have. On fire.
I was sore.
Okay.
So, and then we have me. Yay! I'm just kidding. I have my own party.
Straight up spin, right?
Straight up spin, and it is downloadable, you guys. So get it.
You asked for it.
You got it.
Asked for it. You got it. Okay, that's everything, you guys. You know one of my least favorite sayings?
What?
What is it that the principles of Bible?
It's
Make it a great day. The choice is yours. That's like awful, you guys.
I think I hang up on her before then.
Just have a great day. Have a great week, you guys. Okay, come on.